Have you been chosen to be a generational curse breaker? Then listen to this. Esther was chosen to break a curse that traveled down her bloodline. Now, Esther was not present when this curse was released down her bloodline. You were not there when your ancestors sinned against God, sinned and committed idolatry, disobeyed God, and just dishonored and disregarded God. Esther was not there when King Saul disobeyed an instruction in 1 Samuel chapter 15. Prophet Samuel gave King Saul an instruction that God said he needs to go and utterly destroy all the Amalekites. But King Saul spared the king, King Agag. Not only did he spare the king, he took all the goods because he listened to his people. He did not fully obey God. And because of that disobedience, and Agag was spared, and the wife was pregnant, she was with seed at that time. So from that seed, they now had, the bloodline that traveled and have Haman. Even though Prophet Samuel killed King Agag in 1 Samuel chapter 15, but the wife was able to escape, and she birthed that child, and it traveled down the bloodline. That Haman now came into the book of Esther, and he wanted to annihilate all the Jews. Now Esther was now chosen by God after Vashti was disposed. If you read the book of Esther, you do not see God mentioned not one time in the book of Esther, but you see the sovereignty of God from chapter 1 to chapter 10, because God knew that Haman, the Agagite, the Amalekite, was going to be in Persia at that time. So God raised up Esther to be a deliverer. And because of her obedience, she was able to reverse that curse that traveled down her bloodline through her great-great-great-great-grandfather, King Saul. So what are you contending in your bloodline? What